the payments, it's controlling everything in the world.
Yeah. Now the borders no longer exist. You can live in the Emirates, do business in the US, buy a property in Europe.
If you are not investing in training, you are behind. You go to workshops, trainings, very, very critical.
Hello everyone, and welcome you back to the Soltesz Institute webinars. This is a unique opportunity because I'm here personally with Amira, who's a really good friend of mine as well, and she's an absolute amazing industry expert, knowing a lot about payments. She's got a lot of years experience in banking, knows a lot about the different payment systems and how money moves internationally. So I was super happy that she found some time to discuss these issues with me. And please introduce yourself. I cannot really explain enough your vast of experience in this industry. So please tell us a bit more about yourself. Who are you and what are you dealing with?
To be honest, actually, I'm very, very excited to be with you today. I'm impressed really with what she's doing and how she's educating, and she's building actually a proper infrastructure to educate people about the use of the payment and how they can benefit from it. And it's not only about the banking and the financial industry. What you are doing really is great. It's the payment, it's controlling everything in the world. Yeah. So it's not a role which you will be taking it for the payment solution provider or for the banking and financial institution. No, it's required everywhere, as she's advising, and I'm really impressed with what she's doing. So myself, I'm Amira Solomon. I'm the CEO and founder of Time Guardian Asar Finance. I came from the banking sector. I've started in 1998 as a risk management analyst, and I've taken it up till I become head of sales and distribution into the biggest bank into the Middle East, which is Fab. And then I have my first fintech, which was for cross-border payments, and I exited from 1.5 years back, and now is my second venture. And in my second venture, I still focus into the payments and the new terminologies of payments, how we can use it in order to facilitate the cross-border and enable the payments to be accessible to everyone and everywhere. So I bridge mainly the gap between the TradeFi and DeFi.
Nice. It's I think there's going to be a lot of things that we can talk about today. But let me start with that. What do you think? What is the main difference today that you haven't really seen 5 years ago or even 10 years ago? Coming from a traditional banking, you can see the evolution of how people are approaching payments, how payments are changing everyone's life, how businesses need to think differently today than 10 years ago when it comes to moving money, banking, payments. And obviously, just tell us a bit more about the blockchain as well, because it looks like that stablecoins are everywhere, but not that many people understand how to benefit from them.
Absolutely. Great question. To be honest, you are asking a question which can take from us the full...
Exactly. We can talk about it for years.
Exactly, for years and years. But let me summarize for you. The banking was dependent into the SWIFT and payments through SWIFT, and really, it's very, very costly. We cannot ignore the cost of it. It's very, very costly. It's not accessible to everyone. It's really it's exclusive people who can use it, to be honest. So it doesn't help at all whether you are a small and medium enterprise or you are a normal person. The SWIFT doesn't work for you, to be honest. The second thing, the delay which is happening to get your money in, you can lose the big deals, you can lose the big opportunities. So the liquidity and fund flows doesn't help at all when we talk about SWIFT. And they are trying to improve, to be honest. They are trying to do the open banking, a lot of things which is happening, initiative. So we see in the latest, the open banking coming in, we see the fintechs, we see the MTO sim like MoneyGram, EMQ, Tunes coming into place to ease the payment and ensure instant cross-border payments. All of this happening, which really very well happened into the last 5 months. But does it satisfy the customer need? Does it have the financial inclusion, same like the declared financial inclusion? We want to be cashless, and there's a lot of talks here and there. Doesn't really avoid the cash. So all of this is a question mark which we are having. But the evolution into the payments, really, there is a lot of fintech comes in to solve the problem of payments and the cross-border payment. But still, it's very costly. If it's even happening instantly through the open banking, it's still very costly for people. So the charges is very high. A lot of intermediates in the middle. So all of this really, it's improving better than before, better than 5 years before, but still, is this the solution? I don't see it the final solution. And here, when the blockchain comes in and the stable coin comes in, the beauty of the usage of the stable coins and how it is the payments, whether it's cross-border payment, whether it's a financial inclusion, whether it's an investment, what is this miracle? Really, it's if you see, it's a miracle for everyone. But if the intention is financial inclusion and wealth inclusion, yes, this is the solution for you, is the stable coin. But if the intention is illegal or breaking the regulation, you will always be out of the system. You will always be, so don't think that the blockchain, you will be hiding in behind it, because at the end, you are dealing with regulated entities only to ease your payments. So they will do the proper KYC, they will do the proper regulation to know what's the source of fund. All of this still will be done. So I see really a huge opportunity and improvement, but in the same time, the revolution into the payments is going somewhere else completely. So I'm really very confident about this.
And it's so exciting because you really hit the nail in the head regarding regulation, because it looks like that whatever is easy and supporting businesses and helping businesses to send money faster, cheaper, that obviously should come with less of a scrutiny. But then how are we balancing that we are not enabling fraudsters, we are not enabling money laundering, but we are enabling legit businesses? So where is that delicate balance of not over-regulating, but regulating enough? Because I think this is the biggest question, and that's why we see a lot of friction in the regulation, that this country thinks that there is the balance, that the other area thinks this is the balance. And somehow what is good enough for one country might not be good enough for another. So when we are talking about a global payment system like the blockchain, regardless of where you onboarding, offboarding, it's a part of a global system. Where would you put that line of enough regulation and not over-regulation?
Look, we need to be balanced when you talk about regulations. If we just talk about regulation and we start burdening you about the source of fund and multiple stages, this is actually very bad. So the problem is what? If I am dealing with a regulated entity, I should, and they do the onboarding, khalas, they've done the onboarding. Don't give the customer headache again and put into your own regulation. This is really, this is the problem.
Again,
So what happened actually, and this is the beauty actually when you are into the blockchain, because you can see the source of the fund coming where, and you can track the transaction. So it's really straight through. And once you got onboarded through one of the exchanges, and this exchange is regulated, they've done the due diligence. You don't have to come in and say, I'm a regulated entity, I need to do it. You are killing the system. So the problem with the infrastructure is built in a way of transparency. So you can track the money comes from where. So you can avoid the money laundering and do your KYC at the entry level itself. But once you know the entry, and you got it, you don't have to be coming with your KYC because it had been done. You need to prove that to the regulator that it had been done. So you need, when you submit your application or when you want to be regulated, you need to be very structured how you are submitting it. So this is accepted actually in this part of the world. So actually we are to the best part of the world. We are into the United Arab Emirates, who have a mind setting of being cashless, and they have a full vision of being cashless. So accordingly, they understand when you will come up with proposition and you are dealing with a regulated entity and you are tech provider only, they are building into this, and they know that the KYC have been done by the regulated entity, so you don't have to do it again. They don't force you because they know how to track the source of information. But to be honest, in Europe, they are scattered. They didn't reach to this level. I didn't mean anything, and I have the full respect. But I think that there is a multiple regulated entities which controlling, and they are not aligned under one umbrella and one vision. So I don't know, and this is impacting the economy, to be honest, because the beauty of this country is what? They are encouraging the growth of the economy. They are bringing all the people from around the world to be available here and have a safe business and grow this business.
That's right.
And the core of this as well is the payments.
Yeah.
So if I didn't facilitate it and really do it in a structured way, they will lose. So they've saw the gap and they work to improve it. They put it in the regulation, whether it's VARA, whether it's ADGM, whether it's FSRA. All of them come with one vision and one mission to enable the payments, to facilitate, to have our stable coin, the e-dirham comes in. So what else is required? So I think that this is the gap. Globally, they need to have one vision and mission for the facilitating the payments. And if they don't have the same vision, and that's why we have the global payments activities which is happening, and conferences which is happening, and they're trying to solve it actually, and it's controlling everyone. But at the end, if you are faster into ensuring that this have been embedded into our economy and system and regulation, it will be easier for implementation. But what happened in certain part of the world, the regulation murder the fintech, the regulation murder the blockchains. They put a lot of conditions for them, despite we can monitor everything. So what I see is the balance is the most important thing, and how to use this technology, how to ensure this technology is used to enhance our economy with the proper controls in place. You don't have to do multiple times the same thing. It's really, customer will suffer, SME will be disregarded completely, which really generates a lot of money. So what's this impacting? Our economy.
I think it's the lack of trust in each other. So, for example, the EU doesn't really trust the Emirates that you guys are doing a good job enough for me, for my regulator. So I'm double checking everything. I know that you did your checks, so let me double check again. And when the money moves again, and then you're sending it to, I don't know, in Asia, that bank is saying, okay, it's coming from Europe. I know that you guys in Europe, you're doing your checks in a certain way, but let me do it in my way because my regulator wants in this format, in this file. So there is an absolute lack of trust towards each other because I don't know how you keep your KYC, how you're submitting to the regulator. Is it good enough for my regulator as well? And also, I think it's also a power struggle. Why are you the one who is telling everyone how to report these back? Why are you the one who is setting the standards of what's good enough? So that's why maybe it could be also a power struggle that no, in Europe, we are the ones, according to our regulation, that's the one and only. And then you go to a different part of the world and they say, no, our regulation is the one and only. So how do you see it is going to evolve in 5-10 years, maybe even with the use of AI? Do you think that there is going to be a harmonized standard that, okay, this is the information that we need, this is what we trust, and this is what everybody needs to use? Or we are going to keep living in this mismatch of regulation, how we are doing, for example, in taxation. When you're going to Germany, it's a different tax system. When you're going to the US, it's a different tax. So you think it's still going to be my payment, my rules, and if you want to accept any kind of payment, you deal with it on your local level, or you think that there is going to be some kind of harmonization?
Look, what I see actually, what I can see, how it's going on, there is harmonization happen, 100% it will happen. Why? Because at the end, with the blockchain and the AI coming in place, they need to do it. If they didn't do it, the technology will take over.
Yes,
exactly. So, and if you see, there is guidelines to know what's your source of fund and your KYC. It's a standard, to be honest. If you look into it, it's really standard. There is no difference at all. I know my customer and you know your customer, and he's the same customer traveling between 2 or 3 countries. So what is the difference? So with the AI coming in, and the blockchain, which is completely the payments, and even the existing payments, same like SWIFT, they are trying now to implement their own blockchain. So all of this will be forcing a one standard regulation, and will be forcing the trust, because they will understand and learn, and when they will saw the gross which is happening in certain areas, they will learn. So adaptability is the most important thing. So they need to adapt to what's coming from the technology and really use it. So, and there is a lot of actually global forums which is now working into ease the payments completely, same like the GDBC. So really they're working in a lot of which Hong Kong themselves, they are leading it. So it's really really a lot of people is trying to take the initiative forward, and everyone is agreeing into it. So I see it into 5-6 years there is nothing called cross-border payments. It will be payments.
That would be the dream. I think you're very, very optimistic.
No, I see it as payments. Yeah, I see it with, because this is the technology which brings in, and you need to adapt to this technology or you will be left behind. So
and it's a difference in attitude as well, because today it's no longer I was born here, I'm having an enterprise here, I'm serving local clients, I'm paying local taxes, and everything is within borders. Now the borders no longer exist. You can live in the Emirates, do business in the US, buy a property in Europe. So there are no system which fits this freedom, yet still the taxation system, the regulation still tries to lock you in some kind of border, and that's what needs to change regardless of the payments, because of the taxation, because of the visa rules, because of the movement of talent. And today it's a very hard question. Where are you from? And then where am I from? Where do I live, and where do I do business? So I think this is the biggest challenge, to how to adopt and implement local rules when people are no longer local and businesses are no longer local. And that's the interesting part to see how we can utilize the technology of tracing you, and one person have one footprint, one token, one verification, and one source of funds, which is good enough for everyone, right?
That would be a dream to be happen. That would be a dream to be happen. And so you are saying that everyone will be with one nationality in everywhere in the world and do the business. So this is of course dream. I don't know, the robots will be coming and taking over. We don't know, but we are looking for something like this, of course. But everything has its benefits, to be honest. Sure. Everything has its benefits, and taxation is built for a certain reason. It's not to kill the people, it's to make the people live. So when I'm overpopulated and I have a lot of responsibilities in behind, I respect all the countries, to be honest. So they put in taxation. Sometimes it's tough. What is the benefits in behind it? What you are getting out of it? Look, every country have its way, and this will still exist. I cannot say that this will be disappearing one day. It's not possible. But the benefits we are getting out of it. So every place in the world have its own pros and cons. I need to decide where I'll be. Just at the end, each government is facilitating something. So what's my needs is, it's impacting where I'll be. So this is what I can see the future. So based into the needs at this age or at this stage, I'll be available in this part of the world, and there will not be implication to survive in this part of the world. This is what I can see as a future, and I can see that the AI and the technology which is coming in will be driving all of this. The authentication, one token, same like you said, that any part of the world, it will not be any more passports or IDs. It will be like this because the bots is coming in 100%. So
exactly, it's a scary new world, right? But as of today, I still see some arbitrage opportunities. In Europe it's different, and here in the Emirates it's different. Do you personally see something like that in your career? Do you see anything like this with your client? And how do you approach that? Because a lot of people still want to utilize the loopholes, but you feel that it's not the right thing to do. So how do you deal with all of these challenges when you know exactly that, the regulation is different here, there? How do you help your clients, yet make sure that everything is under control and nothing wrong can happen?
So I'll tell you something. What I do always, I follow the regulation in the place which I'm living in. So of course, if there is a loophole, I don't mind because I'm following the regulation into my country. So this country is always putting in the proper regulation to secure the customer and ensure that the money is coming in properly clean and all the due diligence and the KYC done in order to onboard him. So I'll follow this. If the regulation in Europe is different, to be honest, I don't care. I care about my customers. So the beauty as well of this place, they put the customer in the heart of everything they do.
That's nice, yeah.
So when they place any kind of regulations, they've put in the customer, how he will feel, how he will think, how will make his life easy, you know, how will make it really, he will feel the difference. You know, they've think about the customer when they are building anything. So, of course, I will follow the regulation of the country which I'm in, and I will not do anything which is against this regulation. But I don't know what is the other country regulations, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the USDT and USDC payments is restricted in certain part of the world completely. You are murdering them, to be honest. Why? What is the reason in behind? If it's allowed here and he want to do the payments into USDT and USDC and get a car or get a home, it's allowed here.
Yeah.
So I will help him absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Why not? Why should I lose this customer because he comes from certain part of Europe which says he cannot use USDT? And he's, no, sorry, I will take the money because it's as per the regulation here.
Yeah.
I know my customer, I know his source of fund. So of course I'll do this. So I'm not getting it. Loophole, you will keep telling me what is the loophole. Loophole, we have a certain regulation each country to follow. So if the customer comes and ensure that he got onboarded here in a proper way, no, I'll help him absolutely to get his car, to get his home, to have a cross-border payment, to establish his business, to export and import through his home country. I'll facilitate all of this for him.
Yeah.
I'll ensure that he getting whatever he needs into the proper way. If it's allowed outside or no, I cannot control this part.
Yeah.
It's their conditions, and if he would like to follow his country rules, he can go back there and stay there and follow this. So I cannot control this at all, to be honest. So I'm not responsible for all the country's regulation. I'm responsible for the regulation which is part of it as of now, because I cannot say that USDC is not allowed into the UAE. There is nothing mentioned like this.
Yeah, locally,
you know,
you're fine, yeah.
Locally, I'm fine. So if he's paying for me here into this local currency, is okay. But if he needs to buy something from France or from somewhere abroad which doesn't allow this currency, I will follow this instruction, of course.
Sure.
I'll ensure that this is followed because he's bringing it from there. But if I need to pay it here, I'll pay it here with this currency. So regulation differs from, and this is the gap which we are having as of now. And this is what the customer suffers till now, till date. So this gap is existing, but with the technology, with the open banking, which they are trying to build in, there is an open banking internationally happening, not only among the UAE. So I see all of this will be removed slowly.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging case, what you have seen? Because we are getting clients, I would say even on a weekly basis, who are accumulating wealth outside of Europe, mainly in the Emirates, sometimes in Asia. They are going to the offshore islands, for example, and then there are a lot of countries when you don't even have to submit financial statements or tax returns. You are accumulating your wealth, completely legal. But when you try to bring it back to Europe, but when you try to buy a house or a car in the US for the amount that you earned abroad, that's when the problem starts, and that's when the bank starts asking questions. What was your most challenging case, and how did you overcome when your client said that, okay, I understand, everything is done here locally fine, but help me how to move the money abroad? Is there any way that you can help me with spending my money in Europe or bringing it back to the US? How do you approach these requests?
So look, mostly it is into the asset management, how they manage their assets and how to liquidate these assets in order to come and build his lifestyle here. So because at the end, if you want to come here, you need to come with your fortune or wealth.
Of course, yeah.
So you cannot come to start up especially you are a wealthy person and you want to bring your business up. So if you have the financial statements which prove your wealth, you can be onboarded very easily. But if you don't have the financial, let's say you have inherited a home from your parents, okay, and this home is subject to taxes. You know, when you're in abroad, you are paying a huge amount of taxes to get the inheritance to you, and accordingly, you need to document all of this, and then you can sell it. And like this, you get to know what is the source of fund. So you need always to track what is the source of your fund. But if you are coming with the cash and you're expecting that here you will be getting the cash and buying, no, it's not. Nobody will help you.
They shouldn't.
No, nobody will help.
No one should help you. Yes.
Nobody will help you. But if you are really having the documents behind your wealth, moving the funds is not a big deal. Who will stop it? Which bank will stop it? When he will go back home country to his bank, he will deposit his money. It's having what is the source of fund, right? So it's easy. Or when he will have the financial statement, which is reflecting his turnovers and reflect what he's getting, accordingly, when he transferred the funds, it will be accepted immediately. And the issue which they are always challenging, and they are coming in, when they are coming for you with the cash, and they want to tell you, we have this cash, how we can get what I will do for you with your cash, so there is regulations at the end. So this is always challenging when people think that they can overcome the system. But other than this, actually, the beauty here that there is, once we track the source of fund, it's done.
It's done. Yeah.
It's done. So it's done. You can move your money easily, whether it's coming from Cayman Island. It might be you will have much more higher, you are at high risk category, so accordingly we'll put much more due diligence in you. But at the end, once we track it, so it's one of the big thing. One, he was having an island actually in Cayman Island. He owns the island itself, okay, and he have a hotel and resort in it, which gives him 2.5 billion. And he wants to come here and have his Palm Villa, and he already selected it. And we've been struggling to get his funds in, and actually got rejected from the banks.
Wow.
Yeah, even here. Why? Because the documentation was not complete. The turnover was not reflecting that much, but the property valuation itself more than 2.5 billion. But does it produce that much income which he's claiming? So this was one of the challenges. If it doesn't produce the same amount of money which you are putting in here, how I will get it for you? So this is, and people think that you can solve it.
Yeah, it's a super challenging
You know,
case,
so it's really, and he's one big. I don't want to declare the name, but it's
it's a
very huge name. So people think it's easy, but no, it's. And this was during my banking actually experience. They came and think it's the heaven will come and we'll have our Palm Villa. So it was not. After we done the much more due diligence and we look into the island, we look into the title deeds and everything, we've been able to give liquidity from our side in this, and he can start here. And we got ownership of the place. So there is a lot of ways, but always following the regulation and the guidelines. Don't expect that the heaven that you will get cash in a big bag, and no, will never happen. But there is a lot of challenging cases.
Yes.
If you go to the proper financial advisor, and this proper financial advisor understand the regulations well, they will support you into the right way. This is the most important. It is into the right way.
We had a very interesting case. There was a gentleman who was working for a startup, blockchain startup, 15 years ago. And back at the day, you know, wallets were not regulated. Everything was in this gray area. He was working for the money. He got paid in token, and he put it on the cold wallet. And time passed by. The price increased. And at one point he wanted to cash out. But by the time the wallet already closed down, the cold wallet provider was, not really proving the source of funds. So what we could collect only the agreement for that if you're doing this work, then you get the tokens. But all of a sudden, it just appeared out of nowhere because it was stored on a cold wallet. And and we were really struggling to actually prove it to the bank enough that it is coming from legit sources. Do you see anything like that when something happened in the past and now you need to justify it? It's coming from an era when there was no regulation, and now, today, you know it's legit because it is legit, but how do you still prove it to the bank that it is coming from legit sources? How do you
So this is a common actually issue for the people who come from the blockchain. When the blockchain started back days, people was paid in tokens.
Yeah.
All of them. And those wallet might be is not exist anymore, to be honest and closed. But given that this token have been launched into a certain blockchain, you still can track it when it have been given to him. So let's say if you get it into monthly basis and you store it into his wallet, it's a proof and you can track this proof. So you can use this as a proof and submit it to the bank. So you need, unless the blockchain have been disappeared, and this is not possible.
But then he doesn't have the coins, right?
Exactly. So if he has storing of this coin in a cold wallet, still it is trackable. Just you need to have a structured way of tracking it and showing the movement happen how, and share the contract which you have it with your employer, and accordingly it will be accepted. At the end, it's all about how to put your case in. So if you structure it in a proper way, and this is very, very important, if you didn't structure it, and you kept saying, yes, we monitor is available in my cold wallet, which I lose it, and then I found it after. Again, it's a cold wallet, but swear, it's raised into the blockchain. So how you got it into the wallet, how it had been transferred every time. So this is a tracking mechanism. So the beauty of the blockchain is not editable. You cannot edit it.
Yes.
You cannot remove it out of the world. It's a general ledger which has been stamped, and once it's stamped, it never goes. So decentralized, encrypted. So it's it's a very old technology. If you are using the L1 or older than L1 when they started at the beginning, still this can be tracked. So tracking is not a big deal when it comes to the blockchain. Just you to structure it. And if you didn't structure it, of course, nobody would hear you out.
And I think it's translating to the banker's language, because it's one thing that it should be accepted by the bank, but then you're dealing with an individual, with, let's say, a 25-year-old compliance officer who has never seen a case before, and it's her neck on the line to accept that, yes, I trust this document enough. I know I have the checklist, but it's still my responsibility. I have never seen that. I don't know you. I don't trust you. I would rather reject than take the risk. So how do you overcome this as an ex-banker, now being in blockchain? How do you actually translate all this information from the blockchain language to present it to the banker? How can you help your clients to understand how banks think and what do they accept?
This is my role actually, is to bridge the gap between the TradeFi and DeFi. I came from risk, as I mentioned to you, so I know how the risk thinks and how we can mitigate the risk always. So it's all about the information. It's all about how you structured your case. It's all about the data which you are having in behind. If you have all of this in a structured way and you send it to them, they will go through it. They have only to take certain parts, okay? The source of this information, the accuracy of this information, and who are you? So source, accuracy, and who are you? If this three is available, everything will pass. So this is the three things which you are taking. So don't go for them with a cold wallet without documentation. They will reject you, dear.
Of course.
Don't say it's triggered into my blockchain. What does it mean triggered into my blockchain? No, you need to monitor the transaction, give the date of time transaction, put it for them in the format they understand it. Because yes, I'm expecting the banks to learn 100%, and they are training their people, and they are keep learning, and you are doing great job on this. Absolutely. But in the same time, you need to speak their language. If you don't know how to speak their language, go for the specialized people who speak their language and ask them for help. And it's available everywhere now, the advisors. So go for someone, because we don't want you to lose, even if you are 25 years old, or the compliance person is 25 years old, I still look into main things. Who are you? And if it's proven to me and I know who are you, what is the accuracy of this information? and the tracking of it. This is it. Nothing else. If you are risk, if you are compliance, if I'm customer service officer, if I'm the head or I'm the CEO, this is what I'll be looking for. So if you structure it into the way, or you went to the proper one, it will be passing 100%. So, and that's why we keep advocating to bridge the gap between the trade fine and the fine. You cannot go and tell a bank, we are decentralized. They are built into this centralization. You cannot go and say this. It's available into the blockchain. Go and check it. We don't know how to use it.
Exactly. How we're checking it.
You know, you cannot go with a meme coin. What you will understand from the meme coin? Go through the exchange house, which has been listed in it, and see the value and you just how. Then you sell it. Then the money will go through the financial institution. So follow the flow. Follow the proper channels. You cannot go directly to the bank. The bank will not understand. There is exchanges now into the middle, which facilitate. So go through them. Same like Binance, Bybit, OKX, a lot. I cannot name them all. So all of this will help. And they understand the technology of the bank. They understand what the banks needs because they are dealing with it. Because to cash out my coins or to cash out my crypto, I go through the bank at the end, right? I need to put it into the system.
At one point, you have to enter it and exit it.
So, or even when I'm loading my wallet. So all of this, it's now they are connected. You start being connected. Slowly, you will find bank having their own blockchain, so you don't have to connect through exchanges. So it's happening. It's happening, but we need to learn. We need to be educated. If we are not, it's okay. Go for the advisor. And this is, it's revolution. We need to align. If we are not aligned, I know that you will tell me there is an old people who doesn't understand anything. Go for your advisor.
Exactly.
This is how it is now. If you're not a tech savvy,
how do you educate your team? How do you find the right education, the right information, filter out the valuable information out of the so much loudness on the internet? How do you educate your team, and what do you think it's important when it comes to translating banking knowledge to blockchain and blockchain bank to and the payments, and what are the latest fintech innovations, like what is open banking and what is Swift? How do you do that?
Look, very important to have the proper resources. Very, very important. And I'm very lucky to be part of this place, given that they give me access to everywhere. In ADGM, when you're part of it, we give you access for all the regulations, and you can get onboarded to FSRA, and they let you have the full latest information about what they are building and what is the regulations coming in. It gives you the conferences, the exhibitions, which is showing the latest technology into the world. They are bringing it, and I travel a lot, to be honest. I always travel abroad in order to know. I'll be part of panels, and I speak, and I learn from my partners. So it's very, very important to be exposed to everything so you can deliver the best solution to your customers. So always be under a regulated entity. Always refer to, for me, because my company under ADGM, so I always refer to the Central Bank of the UAE and FSRA. And globally, I look into the GDBC. So I look into how the payments is moving, because this is the sector which I'm focusing in. So always, and I'm learning from you a lot, to be honest, always. So, and I have my friend from Dale Carnegie, my co-founding coming from the blockchain. He's one of the biggest influencers into the blockchain. He built Trainwell blockchain, which is the highest security category into the blockchain. So I'm lucky, to be honest, being part of this. So if you want to learn, it's not about you go only through LinkedIn and the social media. No, you need to read books. You need to be updated into what's happening in the conferences, what is the latest technology in. This is very, very important. If you are not aware, you will not deliver. So this is how I educate my team. I keep them updated of what's happening. And I've been in the banking already for 25 years, and all my connection, I partner with them as of now. So I got to know how they are enhancing, how they are improving, and accordingly, I'm looking into the gaps to bridge it. So whatever they didn't do, we do, and we support them. So it's a collaboration kind of. So it's a journey. So it's not one time. I cannot say that I'm perfect or anyone is perfect, but I'm working into improving myself and learning daily basis in order to ensure my team deliver the best to my customers.
And it is very complex, and as you said, everything is changing all the time, right? Because the business is changing, they are increasing the volume and they are opening into new markets, and the fintech industry is changing, they are coming up with new innovations. So it's very, very hard to keep track of everything. But what do you think that what is the bare minimum that someone should do? Other than the obvious, of course, do the payment and banking plan, talk to the advisors, set the rules. But what would you say what is the bare minimum as of today that every business needs to consider when you're dealing with international payments? What do you see that if you don't do that, definitely you're going to fail?
Training.
Training, yeah.
Training. Go for a specialized company which gives you proper training and update you of what's happening. If you don't have the time or capacity or anything, the bare minimum is a training.
Yeah.
If you don't do, I do training myself to my team based on what I'm getting and I'm learning. But if you are not investing in training, you are behind. You are really behind. Go to workshops, trainings, very, very critical. At least once a quarter.
Yeah, just to see what's
happening. You know, by all means, you are forced by regulations to abide to certain criteria and policies. So now it's not only about regulations, which will come and audit you. Don't wait.
True.
Training is very important. Workshops, it's cherry into the cake, but it is required. Really, I see this is the bare minimum. Other than this, you will be left behind. They will keep sitting behind their PCs doing the silly stuff.
Still doing everything on Excel. Yes.
No, they should be really advanced. So the basic that is a training, I see it. This is what I can see.
One more thing I want to pick your brain about, agentic AI.
Oh.
When someone is making decisions on behalf of you, using your money, using your, codes, logging into the system, making decisions of your money movements. What do you think about it? Friend or a foe? How to benefit? What are the limits? Where the responsibility starts and ends? How do you see this in real life?
It's a revolution. It is a revolution. But at the end, agentic AI, it's a reflection of you. I just want to teach the people, even if you get the advanced agentic AI, it can analyze easily. So if you didn't monitor the outcome in daily basis, you will be in trouble. And traders, if you didn't monitor day 24/7, you're a loser. You're a loser. Still, I cannot say that you can depend on it 100% as of now.
Yeah.
It is require human in behind as of now, which will execute. It will minimize a lot of work, research, and all of this. It will minimize 100%, but it analyzes. So accordingly, I'm expecting that someone human will be reviewing it and see the outcomes. At the beginning, keep training it. Training it. Garbage in, garbage out. So if it's linked to Luma, and which is the biggest database and it's very, very advanced, yes, it will give you a good outcome. But what's the need? This is very important. How to use, very important. The need and how to use is done by you.
Yes. Yeah.
This is the problem. People doesn't understand. They place it and they said the miracle will happen. It's not like this. It's not. You need to configure it.
Yeah. Do you use it?
Of course.
How are you using it?
So I use it into my Amani AI. So I have agentic AI agent when the stable coin doesn't give the proper returns into certain DeFi protocol. The agentic AI remove the funds and place it into other ones. So I place the rule, which is based on this. We keep enhancing it. And I have actually my co-founder is Mikhail Kano. He's really grew into the agentic AI and into the technology, so I'm really happy with the outcome. But the outcome need to be monitored regularly and enhanced. This is very important because yes, you have a big, huge database, but this big, huge database can be 1 billion touch points.
Yeah.
But there is additional 1 billion touch points happen into the last 1 hour, which is not linked to your agentic AI. What you will do? So enhancing the model is very, very important.
Yes, that's true.
So there is no model enhancing itself as of now 100%.
Yes.
So this is, but I use it and it's working well. Look, agentic AI, you can do it for data entry completely. You can do it for marketing, and it's really doing great in marketing, to be honest. But monitor, because sometimes as well there is a hallucination happen, which is really causing issues. But it's making, you can get a huge community out of it. You can have a daily posting without you will be doing anything. So it's great for a certain activities, data entries and all of this. But any decision maker activities, regulations comes in, which require humans, and the data privacy comes in, which require as well humans. So all of this is why we put regulation about the agentic AI.
And it has to be, yes.
Exactly. So it cannot be a decision maker as of now. This is what I can say. It's not about marketing or phrasing your messages or email or drafting or entering data. All of this can be through agentic AI. But it's not a decision maker.
So you think that, for example, when there's a payment company and they have the fraud system set up to filter out all the automation, to pay attention all of those unusual activities, will it affect how agentic AI getting mass adopted? Because what I see, at least with my clients, that whoever is implementing the agentic AI in payments, that always kicks in the fraud alert, and there is always some problem, and that basically hinders the mass adoption. So I hear it a lot from my clients that yes, I would like to implement that, but 2 days and then the fraud system filters it out.
Especially when you talk about the fraud alerts, and agentic AI cannot replace Falcon. Let's be clear. It's not possible, because they spend a lot of money and efforts and to build their matrices. So the agentic AI cannot be decision maker 100% for the transaction. He can give alert, but
you still need to approve.
It needs to be authorized, because it's a conditions at the end. It's a conditions built in. So the same condition, you want the agentic AI to take a decision over it. It's not easy. So it's based on the type of the transaction, you know. You can put a trigger that up till $5,000, agentic AI can take it. Up till $100,000, no, it needs a human interaction. So placing the agentic AI, it's your risk appetite. What is your risk appetite and how you want to mitigate it, how you want to control it. So when you talk about fraud alerts, no, sorry, I can lose all my company.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And this happened in multiple places. I don't want to mention the name, but there was a big fine for one of the biggest bank based on this.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's not something which we say, don't be hyped.
Yeah.
Do the proper due diligence, put the process in place of usage, define your matrix, delegation of authority matrix, and you can have part of the matrix agentic AI and keep reviewing the outcome.
True.
Even if he will do 1,000 transactions with $5,000, all will be authorized. You will be into jail tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a monitoring, enhancing the model. Yes, slowly, and you know, seem like you are delegating what you would like. What's your risk appetite?
That's right.
And how much you would like to delegate. It's the same exactly.
True. Yeah, it's like a human when you're putting an assistant do this. And
till we have both having the human brain, this is what you need to do.
yeah, sure.
I know everyone will be not happy what I'm saying, but as of now, this is what the regulations say, and I'm very happy with the regulation.
Yeah.
We are looking to have a both in every way, 100%. But for what? For what? For certain things.
True.
Then slowly enhance your technology.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what I can see. But fraud, I don't see it actually at this stage as of now. Nobody can bear this. No, nobody can take it.
Yes, that's true. Is there something that we haven't mentioned and you would like to add before we wrap up?
Actually, you've talked about everything into the payments and you covered everything. But I want to add something which is very important. We've discussed about it. It's your data privacy when you talk about the digital life and your identity. So your digital identity and your data privacy, it's really at risk. if you don't know how to use and you trained very well in how to use, it's a big issue. If you use a wrong tool, you can be scammed easily.
Wow.
Really, really. So your identity is a key. Take care of your identity into the digital world. So ensure that the 3D security is in place when you are doing any transaction into any of the blockchain or any of the AI technology. Ensure that this places is registered properly. Save your data and information. It's very, very important to save it in a proper way. And this is where Crime Guardian in.
Yeah.
People think I promote my application. No, I swear I have Asar Finance, I have Amani Eye for investment, so I have multiple solutions. But what I love is really Crime Guardian because it protects your identity. It protects your information, your passwords, your key. I'd like people really to be educated more. When we talk about payments and what's happening in the payments and all of this is very good, but like this you're already onboarded into the digital world. Before onboarding into the digital world, save your identity, because once you went there, everything is digital. It's a key.
That's right.
If you lost it, it's done. It's your legacy, your money. So learn first this. Take care of your identity, take care of your password, your keys. Very, very important. I think you can do a lot in this part.
Plan ahead, and this should be part of your planning and the strategy as well, because contingency has to be in place.
Absolutely. Where you will recover.
Exactly.
How is the recovery?
Yeah.
So very important.
And we see some painful experiences when, I should have, I would have, I could have, and everybody is very clever after, but if you don't think about how to build a contingency plan, what are your plan B, plan C, plan D, then basically the whole operation can
absolutely, absolutely. Especially when you talk about advanced technology, it's very, very smart.
Yeah.
And they think that the user are the same smart level. So if you didn't protect it, the information, it's gone. You need to have a proper protection, contingency plan, backup plan. This information, where it's stored, it's accessed by whom, you know?
Yeah.
Scamming can happen easily.
That's true.
It's technology, you know?
That's true.
So this is the critical part which people does not focus in.
Yeah, exactly.
They look into the problem, they want solution for the problem, they will run and go and be onboarded and they will start using it. But did you protect yourself?
Yeah, that's
did you save your identity? Did you save your key?
Exactly, it's like the single point of failure is not being taken care of.
The seed phrase, you know, a lot of things. I don't want. It's a big things which people maybe don't understand. But really, once you start doing, because once you start using the USDT for your cross-border payments, it's very, very good, easy, immediately, instant settlements, no fees, nothing, very good. But did you know what is your seed phrase? Did you know what is your password? Is it still in cloud?
Yeah.
Is it the old way? No. It's can be scammed easily, and this is happening in a lot of exchanges. I don't want to.
True. Yeah.
So what really I want really the coaches or the training providers, they need to focus into this.
Yeah, highlight this 100%.
Yeah, when they are onboarding anyone or they are trying to solve any solution, look into this part. Really,
it's very abundant.
Yes,
that's so true.
Because people is not. We think they are smart. Maybe they created very smart models, but at the end, they didn't look into the small part.
Yeah, exactly. The most important single point of failure is not being told.
Yeah, so it's one of the most important things. I think if we put a little bit focus, we'll save a lot of people.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. I think it was a very, very interesting conversation, and I'm very, very happy and grateful that you shared the time with us and going through all of this. I think I'm talking for you as well when I'm saying that we would love to hear about you. We love to hear about your opinion, your case studies, your problems, your issues. We are very approachable, so we love to nerd into these payments and banking topics. So if you have any questions or any comments, please share that with us and tell us where to find you.
You can find me in LinkedIn. I'm available as Amira Solomon in LinkedIn. You can reach out anytime.
The link.
Exactly. And anytime you would need me, I'm available in LinkedIn. And all the information, you have my card, even the link free. available there, so you can reach me anytime. You can book appointment, and I can support anytime. And for you, anything.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for everyone who watched us. And until next time, I hope I will get her back for another conversation very soon too. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian.